What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for NVIDIA with the ticker symbol NVDA. Remember that if you want a chart analysis guaranteed to be done, please read the description below. Before we begin, please take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more chart analysis. I appreciate all those who are already subscribed and liked my videos. Just a reminder that this video is for entertainment purposes only, does not constitute any financial advice. I will first go over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. NVIDIA had a huge drop already, so has the worst already passed or has it yet to come? So let's take a look at the chart. So you can see that we're still making lower lows and lower highs, so I believe that we are in the formation of a downtrend, so that's not a good sign. You can see that we're getting rejected from the resistance side of this channel and the support side is pushing prices up. Let's go ahead and make this yellow. So you can see that prices are swinging back and forth inside this channel and the EMA is pointing down versus before it was up and most of the price bars are below it, and now the EMA is kind of acting as like a ceiling. It's acting as overhead resistance. So we did come back, we did pull back to the 266 level, but we found resistance because if you can see that if I put a trend line right across that level, this was the previous breakout. You can see that right here was support right over here, and then we broke right through it, bounced from the support side of the channel, and we slowly started to trend back up to retest that level. So now price action tested it twice. You can see that we tested it once here and then we made a lower high, but it looks like a double top, and then we tested it twice right there. So that's two tests right on the trend line and the resistance side of this channel, and it sent prices lower. You can see previously that there was this channel working up right here. Let's go ahead and make this one green. So we had this green channel working up. We had a breakout side of it and a move to a new high, and that's what we normally expect. And then we got a double test of the resistance, a double top, just a lot of resistance right here, and prices just gave up and just dropped. So now, right now, we were mostly inside of some consolidation pattern, but I think that's going to come to an end, especially since we just got pushed or shoved from the resistance side of the channel, so we could send prices to the lower side of the channel. So it's gonna be interesting to see where NVIDIA goes in the coming weeks and months, but I think at the very least we're gonna come back to test these prior lows at the 220 level and maybe even exceed it to enter the 190s. So that's a high possibility. If I zoom in on the chart, let me show you guys some measured moves. So this would have been the first one right here. This would be the first leg down. And if I drag it over, we already kind of met the measure move. We even exceeded it. So this lends me to believe that maybe the trend is stronger. So if I combine the two measured moves and price action does continue to trend lower and lower, then this would be a potential target that price can reach. And it's very low. It's right at the 130 level. And it does make sense because this area was a previous base for NVIDIA. You can see that this base was working for quite a long time. Looks like about a year and a half. And then we had this breakout to the upside. And looks like NVIDIA is coming back down to probably take back all the profits that were made and probably even hit the break evens right at the top of this base and maybe even enter this range. So there is the possibility for NVIDIA to drop all the way down here. So am I saying it's going to happen? No, but I'm saying is it possible? Yes. So I think there's still lower prices for it to come for in this market, and especially NVIDIA. As of right now, it looks bearish. It's just like a weatherman. He's going to be looking at all these signs, you know, like the humidity, the barometric pressure, all these signs that tell you if there's a storm going to be coming or not. So I'm looking at the same thing. I'm looking at the chart. There's really no bullish signs as of right now. We're not really finding support and trending higher. We just keep on getting knocked down by overhead resistance. So it looks like it's going to be sending prices lower, and the targets are pretty low for NVIDIA. So that's everything I have on the daily chart. Let's go and look at the long-term pattern on the weekly chart. And here you have the weekly chart for NVIDIA. You can see that previously the EMA was acting as support. Every time prices came to it, we bounced and it sent prices higher. But now this is a change in market structure. We had a huge move down and we pulled back to find resistance at the EMA. So let's just visualize what can happen from now on. So if the EMA is this red line, then prices can be staying below it. Well, let's just say the EMA is green and we'll put the price as red. We can just keep on getting rejected from the EMA like this and make that downtrend that I believe is possible. So it looks like NVIDIA is probably going to be coming back to this base like I showed you over here. This is kind of where a lot of support was built before this huge up move. So it looks like we could potentially come back into that base or this range and see if we find some support here, or we just start consolidating again once we come back in here. So it's just a waiting game, but as right now, the chart looks very different than what it did previously. So you can see that if I just scroll to the left and I cover the most recent price action, this chart looks pretty bullish. You can see that all these price bars are pretty much above the EMAs. EMAs pointing up. But if I slowly uncover more price action, you can see that we had pretty much a climax or a blow off top, and now we pushed straight through the EMA, which was not done previously before. And now it looks like we're stalling out and finding resistance at the EMA. So if we do get that second leg down, like I showed you on the daily chart, there's a long way down to fall. Show you guys one last time. This is the 130 target. So I'm not saying it's going to get there. We still have to work through a bunch of other support levels, but it is a possibility. I think first we're going to probably come back down to probably the 210 levels to retest the previous lows. And if we start trending lower and lower, then 130 is becoming more appealing. So we'll have to wait and see. Let's go back to the daily chart. I want to check something real quick. So earnings, it looks like already were released, so I don't think we're going to see any more catalysts to push prices higher possibly. So I would just be leery of taking any long positions. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. Make sure to check out the rest of the channel since you might be surprised on what you can learn. Leave a comment down below on where you think prices are headed. Also share the video if you want your friends to learn about the markets. Lastly, I appreciate any feedback to help improve the channel since I want to deliver great content to you guys. See you next time, and bye.